I am 42 years old. I am middle-aged. I told that to this friend of mine. I'm 42. I'm middle-aged. My friend's like, you are not middle-aged. There is no way you're making it to 84. Like 54 tops. It's really about it. I was like, oh man. Do we have anyone here? Was anyone here like ever a cheerleader when they were in high school or anything? Any cheerleaders? One over here? Yeah? Yeah, I hate cheerleaders, by the way. I can't stand them. Don't like cheerleaders. They have way too much authority, right? They can get you to say whatever they want you to say, so long as it's one letter at a time. Right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this whole thing. I need you guys to be a part of this show. So I'm going to pretend to be a cheerleader. You guys are going to be the crowd. So I'm going to yell out a letter. You guys have to repeat the letter after me, okay? All right, we guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an O.
O.
Give me a J.
J.
Give me a D.
D.
Give me an I.
I.
Give me another D.
D.
Give me another I.
I.
Give me a T.
T.
What's that spell? OJ did it! Too much authority, you guys. You can say whatever conspiracy theory you want. I'm going to bring up Epstein. There's too many letters. Epstein didn't kill himself, but don't like cheerleaders. What's your name, miss?
Sarah.
Sarah, give me an S.
S.
Okay, that's it. We're not going to do that anymore. She's like, Sarah! That's what she said it to. Like a cheerleader would. What a jerk. I hate those people. Not you, Sarah. You're a nice lady, Sarah. I hate her with a passion. Anybody else here named Sarah? Can't stand Sarah, so oh man. So the pandemic was rough for me. Like, I'm a comedian. I'm more of an observational comedian. So it's tough for me to not go outside and experience anything. So during COVID, like during the pandemic, like I didn't experience anything. So like I listened to the radio quite a bit. So most of my material is like based off of things I heard on the radio nowadays. So like I heard that, so it got me thinking. So you guys know that group, that 80s group, Tommy Two-Tone, right? What's Tommy Two-Tone's favorite shoes? Asics, 75309. Asics. 75309. That's what COVID was like for me, you guys. So, you guys thought you had it rough getting sick, no? Comics of the world were ruined. No material. Like I said, I'm 42. I am, like I said, I'm middle-aged. I tried growing one of those chin strap beards, you know? But I had a hard time deciding which chin to put it on. Chose the third one. No. Guess what I'm trying to say is you need to lose weight when your shadow starts setting off automatic doors. Round of applause. How many people here dip their French fries into their milkshakes? Woo! Maybe? Yeah, stop doing that! That is disgusting! Seriously! Next time I see someone dip their French fry into a milkshake, I'm going to dunk a baked potato into a bowl of yogurt. Same gross concept. I had that joke on my YouTube video for Dry Bar, and someone's like, you know you can put sour cream on potatoes. Like, everyone has to correct you. I'm like, nobody cares about your sour cream. Get out of here. Give me an ass! I'm just going to do that for the next hour. Just you guys tell every letter of my jokes. Oh, man. I don't do drugs. A lot of comics do drugs. I'm not one of those comedians. Most people know that I don't do drugs, so no one ever comes up to me. No one's ever like, hey, man, do you know where I can get any drugs? Yeah, it doesn't happen to me, but I do get, however, people come up to me, they're like, hey, man, do you know where I can get any cheeseburgers? I'm like, as a matter of fact, I do. How much you need, a quarter pound? Cleanest drug joke you're ever going to hear in your time. Oh, man. I've been trying to lose weight. Like, I've been doing these online exercise videos. Like, I like the online exercise videos because there's always the main instructor guy, right? He's always like, okay, if you can't do what I do, follow Sharon. The Sharon lady's always off to the side smoking a cigarette, eating a cheeseburger. I'm following Sharon. Whenever you're trying to lose weight, you tell your friends will always give you the worst diet advice they've ever heard in their entire life, right? Like I told my friend I was trying to lose weight, he's like, oh, you should do intermittent fasting. I'm like, what's that? He's like, intermittent fasting's great. You can eat whatever you want between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10:01 a.m. Whatever you want. Another buddy of mine tried to give me this diet he created. He created a diet, he calls it the bowl diet. Basically, if food comes in a bowl, you can eat it. Yeah, I've never seen someone eat pizza with a spoon before, but there he was. Gained 20 pounds on that diet. I don't get mistaken for celebrities. I started off, I did a show in Atlanta, Georgia a few months ago, and I was leaving the hotel to go to the show, and a lady working behind the desk stopped me. She's like, "Hey, has anyone ever told you that you look like Blake Shelton?" I was like, "The country music singer Blake Shelton?" She's like, "Yeah, like if he were to gain all the weight." Not a compliment, man. She tried correcting herself too. She's like, "No, your face is just plump." Like, what in the world is that a compliment? What are you talking about? I got her to go to the show though, so that's fine. Oh man, I'm originally from a small town in Michigan called Oscoda. It's the appropriate response. People in Oscoda have never heard of this town before either. In order in a small town, we get better cell phone reception from 2 cups tied together with string. Directional cell phone. Like, we have one family that were Jehovah's Witnesses. It's got to be tough being a Jehovah's Witness in a small town. Not a whole lot of houses to choose from, right? You know, everybody's like, "Oh, great, here comes Hezekiah again." It's the 4th time this week, Hezekiah. Being in a small town, we never got to go anywhere cool on field trips. Like, we never got to go to Six Flags or Disneyland or anywhere cool like that. Like, one time they took us to a farm, made us milk a cow on the farm. Yeah, another time took us to a post office. Yeah, made us sort all the mail. Another time took us to another school, made us teach all the other kids. Really lax child labor laws in Oscoda. Dating at Tinder in a small town is basically the same thing as Ancestry.com.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Great, I matched my Uncle Bob again. Not this time, Bob. I don't think so. Everything's so far behind on the times, too, in a small town. Like, our local movie theater is just now getting that Star Wars movie. Yeah, The Empire Strikes Back. My mom, she's from Minnesota. My dad, he's from Alabama. I kind of wish I was never born. Two terrible states. My family, we didn't really get along growing up. I know that because whenever we'd have dinner, we'd always eat in other rooms. Yeah, at other people's houses. I was kind of a loser growing up. I know that because I asked my mom to the mother-son dance, and she said no. She took my brother instead. My dad asked me to the father-daughter dance. We had a great time, you guys. I love my mom to death. My mom's like a little weird, though. My mom, in the year 2022, has 3 solar-powered calculators. In 2022, my mom has 3 solar-powered calculators. So I asked her, like, "Mom, why do you have 3 solar-powered calculators?" She said, "In case 2 die." Mom, if 2 solar-powered calculators die, we have a much bigger problem on our hands. It means the sun has been blotted out from existence, Mom. So by my calculations, that won't happen for another 33,000 years. I'm like, what? Doing SATs on the side? My brother, he may be the worst birthday present giver of all time. Last year, he gave me a burned copy of that anti-piracy commercial. Year before that, I got me a ringtone for my birthday. High roller, got me a ringtone. He got me the theme to Jeopardy. Which really wasn't that great because I only had like 30 seconds to answer the phone. At least I always answer in the form of a question. What is hello? My dad and I had kind of a strained relationship. I know that because whenever I was on the playground, a kid would come up to me and say, "My dad could be up your dad." I'd always say, "Here's my address. He gets home at 5:30. Danley's son knows what I'm talking about. Dan, what time do you get home, bud?
About 5:30.
Hey! My dad, he wouldn't let me listen to Michael Jackson when I was a kid, which is weird, right? So I asked him, like, why can't I listen to Michael Jackson? He said Michael Jackson isn't manly enough. Like, what do you mean not manly enough? He said, don't worry about it. You go back to your room, you listen to Queen and Elton John like a man. And then we went to that father-daughter dance right after that. 13, what grade are you in? 9th grade? 8th? Ooh, this is a little slow. We held him back because he's going to be good at football. I'm in Texas. I know what's going on here. 13 is about the average age for an 8th grader. I'm just being a jerk. I apologize. What's your name again? Did I say
Kale. Kale.
Kale, like the salad?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. You know, I live in San Diego, California. We got a lot of people named Kale, so I'm not sure why you'd be named Kale here in Texas. I don't know what's going on here. Name your son like Steak or something like that. Something that people actually care about here. Asparagus, what's your favorite subject in school?
Science.
So you're probably going to be a biologist or a botanist when you grow up so you can make your own kale. Okay, there we go. You know, sometimes comedy's tough. I can't really think of anything funny that goes with kale. So, hey, Broccoli, what is your... Hey, Romaine, do you... We have any married couples or married couples? Over here. Some of you guys are... She was excited. She said woo. Nobody else said woo. Where's Pastor Lucas? We need some prayer for some of these married couples up here. How long have you two been married for?
27 years.
27 years. I like how you look at him for like 27, right? Okay, it's been that long. 27 years. You guys don't even look like you're 27 years old, so that's pretty incredible. So you guys look like you're 57, so that's great. Where'd you guys meet?
McDonald's.
At McDonald's. You met, where'd you take her on her first date? Burger King? Oh, there it is. You met at McDonald's. Were one of you like employed there, or he wasn't working there? And you're like, here, would you like to supersize that? For free? As long as you take my phone number, please. How did you work that? Like,
it was already supersized.
No, not that. How did you end up?
My name tag said Elvis.
Your name tag said Elvis. She's a huge fan of Elvis?
No.
Your name's not even Elvis, is it?
No.
No, you just said, you lied, basically, is how that works.
He was playing with kids.
Wait a minute. Is that McDonald's? Okay, I'm moving on from this. He was in the playhouse, just having a good old time down that slide. Caught my eye, and I was like, you know what? I like a child. What are you laughing at? You are a child. Not you, Kale. Who's that next to you?
Eli.
Eli. I'm going to leave Eli alone. I'll come back to Eli. Eli, how old are you? 9. What's your favorite subject in school? Math. Are you also in 8th grade? Must not be that good at math then. All right, what's the derivative of, I don't know, these derivatives. I don't know anything about math, that's why I'm doing stand-up comedy. Stick to math and science, boys, trust me. It's good. I am married. I apologize, ladies, this is off the market. That's not the punchline, but thanks for laughing at that, everybody. I'm married 12 years, thank you very much. We met at Taco Bell, and I like the eerie silence. It's great. It's my favorite part of being a stand-up comedy. I don't care about laughter. It's like dead silence. It really is a shoot for. And wife, I am married. Used to have really bad luck with the ladies, though. In fact, my friends, they used to call me Duck Hunt. Yeah, because whenever I'd ask a girl out, she'd shoot me down. Then that Nintendo dog would come out of nowhere, start laughing at me. It's for you 80s kids. Whenever I did get a girlfriend, though, I always felt the need to brag about it to other women to let them know that I was off the market. Like, anytime they'd ask me a question or whatever, I'd be like, sorry, I got a girlfriend. Most of the time, it's like, sir, I just wondered if you wanted fries with that. My girlfriend likes fries. Put them in the bag. Maybe you work with her. I was asking me a question. Oh, man. Oh, wait, we have any, like, amusement park freaks, like people who love amusement parks a little too much? Anybody here like that? One person back there, a couple of you guys. Yeah, my wife's one of these Disneyland freaks. Like she loves Disneyland. She's born and raised Southern California, so she goes to Disneyland all the time. We literally just went on Monday, and she turns into a completely different person as soon as we enter the park. Like she knows where everything is, like every ride, like maximize her time and all that stuff. Like she turns into like an NFL running back as soon as we walk in. She's like knocking over little kids. Like a kid's 9 years old. She's like, he's not even tall enough to ride Space Mountain. I'm like, well, settle down, Emmett Smith. Settle down. Grief. I like to, many of these shows I like doing a little crowd interaction. That's why I like learning where people met. So like it's interesting when I hear McDonald's. Like I did a show, I did another church show about 3-4 weeks ago, and I asked a couple couples. They had a really interesting story. So I asked them, was like, one guy, I'm like, where did you meet your wife? And he said, with a straight face, he goes, she was walking down the street, and I said, do you want to ride? She got in. And he did not murder her, you guys. That's usually, I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. That's usually what happens in that situation. They've been married 27 years as well. What a coincidence. So it's a weird thing. Another guy I asked in that same church, like it was a small crowd, it was probably like 30, 40 people. I asked this other guy, like where he's like, oh, I met her at church. I'm like, that's great. That's where I met my wife too. And I'm like, well, what's the story? Like, how did you meet at church? He's like, she was trying to leave and I wouldn't let her. What? She was trying to exit the church after service, and I stood in the doorway and said, no, I need your phone number. You can't leave until I get your phone number. And she went to the other exits. And I was like, well, what happened after that? He's like, I found out where she lived, and I showed up to her house. You can't do that. So they've been married for 40 years. I don't know what's going on. Weirdos. Like, so where are my other married couples? You guys over there? So who's married over here?
Oh.
Okay, this is a weird. So your wife is over on the end, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, your wife. Which one's your wife? Stand up, both of you. Okay, you two are married.
Yes.
And then those two are married.
Yes.
Okay. Usually the women sit next to each other when that happens, not the men, but you guys can be bros, that's fine. This guy's been laughing the whole time. I need you to stand up, sir. Not you. Not you, the gentleman next to you. No, you! Get up here. You've been laughing like the best laugh I've heard all night. So, what's your name, sir?
Lenny.
Lenny. You look like a Lenny. At least you're not Kale, that's all I'm trying to get at. And what's your wife's name?
Amanda.
Lenny and Amanda. Okay, where did you two meet? You can sit back down there.
Work.
Met at work. Where did you work? Let me guess. Whataburger. No. Where did you guys work? You get free advertisement for your company. Where did you work?
Department of Transportation.
You worked at the DMV. Okay.
DOT.
Okay, I don't know what it is out here. Michigan's the Secretary of State, so I don't know what's going on. The DOT. You guys, so you guys were giving out license plates, and you were like in booth 1, and she was in booth 10. And you looked over, you're like, "What's up, girl?" Meanwhile, there's a whole line of people waiting to get their stuff taken care of.
He does have that one eyebrow that's like, hey, ladies.
That's only for you, though. You know that, right? Oh, Lenny.
It was the kissing.
How long have the kissing? You guys were kissing at work?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what transpires here in Texas, but is that Eli? Who was laughing like that? I'm not gonna judge you. I like laughter, so you can do that. We'll come back to you later. Don't meet your spouse at the Department of Transportation. Is all I'm trying to get at. So what did you do there? Like, what were your jobs there?
Safety and security.
Okay, and you both do safety and security?
No.
Okay, what was your job there?
Real estate.
Real estate? Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on at the Department of Transportation where you need to start buying stuff. I need a house now, sir. This is the Department of Transportation. I'll buy a motorhome then. So you think I can pull that around? I did. Pull that around.
How far on that one?
That's DMV.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about the Department of Transportation. Nobody but God. Where did you and your spouse meet?
At the gym.
Okay, that's a good place to meet.
Yeah.
All right, I need to go there. I mean, don't tell my wife, but I'm going to be there with her as well, so this is weird. Moving on. Were either of you working at the gym, or are you just working out?
Working out.
Okay. You know that's frowned upon in the gym, right? That's bad gym
Well, he
etiquette.
was a personal trainer.
Oh,
and
he was
I
your
working
I
out.
stole her from
Oh,
a trainer.
you stole her from her personal trainer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Man, you know that's like bad form.
Yes.
How long have you two been married for?
So,
A little over a year.
like, you're,
Oh, that's not that long.
we've been together for 14 years.
Okay, what took you so long, sir? My wife and I were a good Christian couple. We got married after 9 months, so that's what you do. 9 months a date. 13 years. Okay,
yeah.
let me hear it. Let's hear it. I got all night.
I was realizing, I was like, well, I wonder why her parents don't like me that much. So now they like me a lot better.
Because they're both dead. But they love me. I waited until they keeled over. Then I married her so I could get all their stuff too. If I married her before, I wouldn't have gotten anything somehow. I would have given it to her sister.
Good job.
Nobody but God and my dead in-laws. That's what that is. He's got a shirt that says nobody but God, you guys. That's where I'm getting it. Oh, man. I'll tell you about how my wife and I met. My wife and I, we met at church. Anybody else meet at church? Just me. Look at you sinners. Okay, a couple of you guys. I apologize. Okay, back there too. When I say when I ask a question, raise your hands quickly so I can see. All right. Sorry. This show's got to be ending soon, right? No, I still have 35 minutes. Oh, goodness. My wife and I, we met at church. She was actually the leader of the ushers and greeters for the hospitality ministry, and I was a volunteer. So I shot for the stars. We go to a mega church in San Diego, and she was the leader of the usher greeters, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And that didn't happen. But anyway, so I was like flirting with her, but she didn't know I was flirting with her. Which is usually par for the course for me. It wasn't. But so we were both invited to this wedding of this other couple that was getting married that was in the ministry. And the wedding was probably about a 45 minute drive north of kind of the general region where we were living at the time. We weren't roommates or anything. She just lived about 5 minutes away from me. Let me clarify that. It always sounds weird when I say it. So anyway, I asked her via email, because that's what you do when you're a player in 2009. I asked her, like, would you be interested in being my date to Fiona and Ernie's wedding? And she said, no, as you should. As you should. But we only lived about 5 minutes away from each other. I was like, well, do you want a carpool? She said, sure. I'm like, what? It's a date, you guys. It's a date. But I was kind of upset with her because she rejected me. So I made her drive. Because I didn't want to waste any of my gas money or any of the mileage of my car. And I did this thing that I tricked her into driving. I did this thing that's called the game. So, Kale, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. If you can come within 2 numbers, I'll drive. But if not, you drive. All right, Kale, give me a number between 1 and 10.
5.
Nope, it was 1. You were way off. Doesn't matter what the person says. I'm going to lie and say a number as far off as possible. So she said 6 and I said 1. Sorry, you got to drive, babe. And so I make her drive up there. We have a decent time in the car ride up. I didn't even offer gas money, by the way. And have a decent time on the way out. The wedding was fine. The reception was cool. The reception had all these like 90s R&B, like Casey and JoJo, like Keith Sweat, Brian McKnight, Usher. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You guys are not allowed to listen to that music. Anyway, so the 90s is a different era, and so had all these like 90s R&B. So on the car ride back, my non-date date had like all these CDs in her car. See, CDs were these like discs, compact discs, like circus. They were popular in the 90s, and they played music. You can only get like 16 songs at a time. This is insane. Not like a million. So she had all these songs and like all these CDs in her car. So she pops a couple of them in, and we start singing along. Right. This is how I know God exists, because I have a decent singing voice. But when Casey and JoJo's "All My Life" came on, some of you guys know that song. There's a part in "All My Life" where Casey or JoJo, one of the two, hits this really high note. Right. He's like, "I really love." I can't hit that note for life of me right now. But in the car, I hit that note, right? I hit that note. My non-date, now wife, looks at me and goes, "Who's this guy?" I go, "I'm Brandon Young, baby. That's who I am." That last part may not have happened. But anyway, that's how I know God exists, because I hit that note, right? So we get back to my place. She goes to drop me off. And we're having a good time, just laughing, having a great time. And my roommate's home at the time. I go, "Hey, do you want to come up and just hang out and just like watch TV or whatever for a little bit longer?" And she said, "Sure." I'm like, okay, this is really weird. Most women say no. And as they should. So she comes up, watches TV. We're about to watch TV, right? So I open the door. My roommate, let me preface this. My roommate at the time was 30 years old, going through one of the worst rough patches of his entire life, right? Like he had just lost his job like a week earlier, and his roommate's going on this non-date date with this girl that he doesn't know, and he felt jealous because he wasn't invited to the wedding even though he didn't know the couple. It was just a weird thing. So he's going through this horrible rough patch. So I open the door. There's my roommate at the time, whom I've known since the 6th grade. Worst rough patch of his life. Sitting on the couch by himself, drinking a bottle of wine out of the bottle, wearing nothing but his boxer shorts, watching The Notebook. My now wife, non-date date, looked at him, looked at the TV, looked at me and goes, I love The Notebook. And we sat down and finished that movie. We've been married for 12 years now, you guys. So that happened. Don't worry about my roommate. He's dead now, so everything's good. I'm dark. I apologize. He's fine. He's married. He's got 2 kids. Relax. He's good. He's great now. So that's why I like talking. I like learning about people's lives and what's going on in their lives and whatnot. So I need one more. I need another married couple that wants to speak. Anybody else over here? Okay, yeah, that's what I like, sir. What's your name? With both your names?
I'm Jeff. That you already know Sarah.
Oh, so, okay. Who's this next to you? Is that
That's
your
my daughter.
daughter? Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait, if this is your wife, and that's Sarah, I don't know what's going on. Okay. So
It's boring.
Jeff and Sarah, where did you guys met in college?
Yeah.
Just like in class?
Arkansas.
Yeah.
University of Arkansas.
Woo pig suey. Nobody cares.
No.
We're in Hook'em country, am I right? No?
Yes.
All right. My best friend went to Arkansas, so that's why I can say that. Anyway, we were on the jump. We went to an Arkansas-Alabama game in 2001, and we made it to the Jumbotron, and I pretended to make out with my best friend. It was weird. And his sister was across the stadium, and she texted him like, will you quit making out with Brandon? It was a weird thing. Yeah. That didn't really happen. I mean, that happened, but like we didn't really make out or anything. Anyway, so back to you. Enough about me. My best friend from childhood making out. Different best friend. Okay, anyway. You guys just met at college? Was like just
Friends.
through friends?
Yeah, through friends.
Okay. How long have you guys been married for?
27 years.
27 years? Everyone's 27 years around these parts. Well, just 2
95
couples.
was a good year.
Okay. You guys listen to a little, Usher came out in 96. You guys listen to a little Keith Sweat? All right, there we go.
No comment.
Oh, man. It's probably R. Kelly back then. We're not going to talk about that. We'll move on over here. Oh, where I'm at. I'm a little blue. I apologize. I'm working a little dirty tonight. I'm moving on. There's dead people here. Anyway, so I have a dog. My dog is 42 years old and he still lives at home with his parents. What a loser, right? I say that getting a dog is actually good practice for when you want to have a baby. Yeah, I disagree with that. I mean, how many times do you have to rub the baby's face in the carpet? Or I guess it's... Bad baby! I'm curious, the answer's 3. Relax, it's only 2. Settle down. Babies are quick learning these days. Is all I'm trying to get. I wonder if whenever my dog sees me eating a cookie, if he thinks I've been a good boy. Some of you guys will laugh at that one later. It's a good joke. Hey, whenever I take my dog for a walk, a stranger always comes with my dog. My dog starts like sniffing the stranger, and the stranger always starts petting my dog. And the stranger's always like, "Oh, he must smell my dog on me. Like he must know my dog, right? Like my dog knows your dog. Like my dog's thinking, oh, you're Charlie's mom." That's how that works. Hey, whenever I get my dog a bath, I don't hate it. Like whenever I get my dog a bath, I always like to pretend that I'm baptizing him. But he's an atheist, so he doesn't like that. He's like, you guys like really bad puns? Like really bad puns? Good. I've got a bunch of them. I've written these myself, so feel free to use them. Nobody has once used them, so that's how bad they are. But this is good. So this is my really bad pun. So okay, here we go. Will I ever find a watch that's easy to read? Only time will tell. I like that. Keep laughing back there, down. I asked a lady at the store if she knew how much the hat she was wearing cost. She said, not off the top of my head. I asked my brother if he liked my shirt. He said, it's too small for your body. I said, that's a little clothes-minded of you. That's my favorite one, though. I built a time machine. I'll tell you more about it last week. Really bad puns. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Wife and I we recently moved into our house. We bought a house. I like my house. It's like kind of an older house, though. It's like it's weird whenever you move into somebody's like apartment or house, like someone else used to own it. Like you start thinking there used to be ghosts that live there or whatever. Like there's always like a stain on the carpet, right? It's always weird. It's like a chalk outline of a body. Like every time you turn a corner, ominous music starts to play. Is it weird that I feel sorry for water inside the soda fountain at restaurants? Like it never gets its own slot, like it always has to share one, you know? It's like all the other beverages are picking teams and water's the fat kid. They're like, sorry lemonade, but water's on your team again! Stupid lemonade. You ever have water go down the wrong pipe? Yeah, that's embarrassing. You're choking on water! What's the first thing someone does when they see you choking on water? They give you more water. It's like they're trying to say, here, die faster. I don't like it. All right, we're going to Eli now. What grade are you in, Eli? You have nothing to say. I'm talking to you whether you like me to or not. Eli, are your parents here?
Yeah.
Where are your parents? Okay, is that just your mom? Your mom's here? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Brittany.
Brittany? Did you name her?
No.
So she had that name before you were born? That's weird, right? And she got to choose your name, but you don't get to choose her name, right? You got to call her mom? That's a generic name, right? Let's give Brittany a new name. Eli, what do you want to call your mom from here on out?
Mom.
How do you know Kale? Kale, how do you know Eli?
Through them.
Through them, okay. Them really narrows it down. Through your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. God, you guys are giving me nothing. That's why I don't talk to kids. My shows. Eli, you want to come up here and tell a joke? Eli, 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 Eli. Eli's gonna be like, I'm married, right? My wife, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this 9-year-old humor, right? Actually, somebody give me a piece of paper. I'm gonna write, will you write a joke? And it's gonna say yes or no. I'm gonna pass it to Eli. See which one he marks. You guys didn't want to sit in the front row, did you? They just kind of made you. I made them make you. I was like, hey, this show isn't going to go well if nobody's sitting up front. But I kind of regret that this whole front row is here. Can we switch? You guys. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of mean. I'm sorry, I'm a jerk tonight. Everyone's like, I hate people from San Diego. They're the worst. This guy's making fun of Kale and Eli. Kale, who's sitting next to you?
Emmy.
Emmy?
Yeah.
Okay, what award did you win? Her name's Emmy, people! If she would have said an Oscar, I would have been flipping out right now. Well, this is my cousin, Golden Globes. Emmy, what grade are you in? Are you in school?
Yeah.
You got a dropout ninth also? Or ninth? Okay. So, Eli, what grade? You skipped a grade somehow? You lied in church? Pastor Lucas! Are your parents here, Emmy? Where are they? Oh, the same. Okay. So you and Eli are brother and sister? Okay, that makes sense to me now. Doesn't make sense at all. You guys are kids. I don't know many people day my life. I'm just trying to make assumptions. Yeah, apparently. Emmy, would you like to tell a joke? Good. I don't want to tell jokes either. That's why I'm up here talking to you people. I haven't told a single joke all night. It's been great. Danley said something about me doing a Q&A after the show. Not going to happen now. Not going to happen. I'm done talking to you people. I'm over it. We're going to do a Q&A after this, so I got, what have I got, like 10 minutes left or something like that? Yeah, about 10 minutes. Oh, man. Where's the oldest married couple here? I'm looking at the old people that are right there. Are you two married or you brother and sister? I apologize, either way.
My little sister.
That's your little sister? Wait,
No, it's not.
wait, you guys are married and your brother and sister? What is going on here? What did I step into? I don't know what it was like in the 1920s, sir, but you can't do that in the 2020s. How long have you guys been married for?
22 years.
Oh, okay, 22 years. Okay, I was like expecting to be like 53, and that would have been impressive. 22, not that much. Not that much, sir. Where did you two meet?
VFW.
The VFW, okay. Thank you for serving your country, sir. I'm assuming you serve your country. Thank you so much. Either one of you did. Thank you. You met the VFW. Was it like a dance night or something, or
No, it was in the afternoon.
what time is it?
It was in the afternoon.
Is it in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't going well. I'm going to move on.
Oh my goodness.
I like that I'm the most dressed up person here. I like that a lot.
Casual place.
Yeah, no, I did a show. That show I did with the weird couples where they met. No, that's pretty rude. Anyway, that show, like, they didn't tell me. They just told me it was like a leadership appreciation dinner. They didn't tell me everyone's gonna be dressed to the nines, right? So I show up wearing this, and they're like all dressed in tuxedos and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is weird. And then I found out how they met each other. I'm like, okay, this isn't that weird. You guys are just awkward. Are you two married? Okay. What are your names? Do I know you? Okay, you look like nobody I know. Anyway, so what are your... Michelle and Bruno? We don't talk about Bruno.
Perfect.
Eli, that was for you! Got that joke, Eli.
Perfect.
Got it! Golly, I've only seen that movie one time and I regret it. Except for right now, it came in handy, you guys.
Nailed it.
I just lost my job and I was sitting there on the couch by myself drinking a bottle of wine. Next thing you know, that movie came on in Canto, and is that what it's called? I don't even know what it's called. Okay, close enough. I win. Where did you guys meet? Bruno. All right, I like that. Your name really is Bruno? You don't look like a Bruno. You look like a Mitch. Hey, my name is Mitch. Okay, Mitch. Hey, my name is Bruno. No, that is not how that works. And your name again, I'm sorry?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, you look like a Michelle. She looks like a Michelle, you guys. You don't need to clap for that. MBG. You don't need to clap for that at all. Yeah, she does look like a Michelle. She looks just like one. It gets really funny when you yell into the microphone. It really does. Where did you two meet?
We are those people. We met at a bar.
Oh, all right. I'm not dogging it. You're here at church. So I had a past. Trust me. I was 9 years old once. You guys have no clue. I was terrible at math and science, though. I'll tell you that right now. Which bar? Can we go to the bar after this? We're all going to the bar after this show.
In El Paso.
Okay, we're not going to the bar after the show. We're far away. You don't want to talk more about it. I'll move on. I'll talk to you after the show. I was in my 20s once too, so we'll talk about that later. It was last week, wasn't it? You guys met last week? Yeah. How long have you guys been married for?
24 years.
24 years, okay. Everyone's beating the 22-year couple here, except for the 1-year couple. I like it. I like it a lot. We got more kids back there? Yeah, I'm not going to talk to kids anymore, so I'm going to move on. Because I love doing comedy. You get to do comedy in a lot of different places. You meet a lot of interesting people. A couple of years ago, I did a fundraiser show in Yuma, Arizona, with a couple other heavyset comedians. It was great because before the show, they had a barbecue, right? But at one point, they ran out of chicken. Oh. Yeah, and I know that because the lady serving the chicken kept yelling, "The chicken gone! The chicken gone!" Like, she sounded like Eric Cartman from South Park. Had been smoking his entire life. Right? "We got your mashed potatoes, we got a corn on the cob, but your chicken gone!" At one point, she looked at those three heavyset comics. She goes, "Chicken gone, you three guys. Like we kidnapped all the chicken or something." The best is the whole car ride back, we could not get this lady's voice out of her head. So the whole 2.5-hour car ride back to San Diego, like anytime a song would come on the radio, we'd incorporate "Chicken Gone" into the song. It was like our own little hashtag "Chicken Gone Challenge." So like John Cougar Mellencamp's Jack and Diane. "Oh yeah, life goes on. Long after the thrill of the chicken gone." Elton John, your song. "And you can tell everybody the chicken gone." Tommy Two-Tone would come on the radio. 8675 chicken gone. What about Steve Perry, the former lead singer of Journey? He had that song called "Oh Sherry." "The chicken is gone."
Perfect. Good. It's real good.
My personal favorite though was Spice Girls, "Wannabe."
Oh, man.
"If you want to eat the chicken, you gotta get with my hands. She don't last forever, but hands should never end. Sorry, not because the chicken got." The chicken gone lady, she had the greatest heckle I've ever heard in my entire comedy career too, right? Like at one point told a very funny joke and she goes, "I'm laughing, but I don't know why." Maybe you got salmonella poisoning. You guys weren't laughing, man. I don't know. Oh man, I've done a lot of bad things in my life, like tell those last jokes, for instance. I've done a lot of bad things in my life. I have a lot of regrets, but if there's one thing that still haunts me to this day, it's ghosts. Please don't boo me, okay, you guys? This is fun. Oh man, I love doing comedy in churches. Like I like going to church. I'm a Christian. I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian. There's some things about being a Christian I like. There's some things about being a Christian I don't like. The only thing I don't like is this thing called a prayer circle. You guys know what a prayer circle is? Where people go around in a circle, they hold each other's hands, put their hands on each other's shoulders, they usually take turns praying for usually like one person, right? Like, I don't like to be in a prayer circle because I'm always the last person to go in the prayer circle. And I can never think of anything original when it's my turn to go, right? I was the last person. Everyone's like, "God, it's going to come forward and just pray for Eli to do well in school." Like, I was going to pray for Eli to do well in school. It's my prayer. The next person's like, "God, I want to pray for Eli's baseball team." I was going to pray for Eli's baseball team. So now whenever it's my turn to pray, I always think of the most outlandish thing that I know nobody else is ever going to pray for. I'm always like, "God, I just want to come forward right now and just pray for Eli to not eat all the chicken." You can't eat the chicken, yeah! I also like those people who pray like a little too long. They don't know when to end the prayer. You guys ever know these guys before? Just wrap it up. They're always like, it's always this person. They're always doing this. They're like, "God." We just want to come before right now, God. Because God, we know, God, that you're God. And everything you do is because you're God. God, we pray that Eli doesn't eat all the chicken, God. We know that you are the great colonel in the sky, God. We pray this all in Jesus' name. Another prayer like to pray. Just end the prayer already! Would you? I got a solution to that. If you ever find yourself in that situation and someone's praying a little too long and you're holding that person's hand, start rubbing their hand a little bit with your thumb. Hands on their shoulder, go for the earlobe. It works every time. You guys ever go to one of those churches that have like the dueling old ladies who try to one-up each other in the praise department? You ever see this before? The preacher's up there preaching. One lady chimes in, "Amen." Next lady's like, "Hallelujah." You go back and forth. "Praise the Lord." "Praise Jesus." Finally, the first lady's had enough. She goes, "Hakuna Matata." Pretty sure that just means no worries for the rest of your days. What book is she reading from anyway? The Lion King James Version? That's your 1 millionth bad pun of Brandon Young. Thank you guys so much.